Hello there, I'm Zion, and I want to tell you about something that happened to me when I was just a little boy. It's not an easy story to tell, but it's an important one. When I was little, I had a big secret. It was like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere I went. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal. Someone I met online asked me to share a picture. I didn't know it then, but that person wasn't really my friend. They were trying to trick me. After I sent the picture, everything changed. The secret became heavier and heavier. I couldn't sleep properly, I couldn't focus at school, and I became very quiet. My parents noticed something was wrong, but I was too scared to tell them. The person online kept asking for more pictures, and threatened to share the one I sent if I didn't do what they said. I felt so alone and scared. I didn't know what to do. I would spend hours looking out of my bedroom window, wishing for a genie to come and rescue me. But genies don't exist in real life, do they? At least that's what I thought. My parents were really worried. They could see something was wrong, but they didn't know how to help me. Days turned into weeks, and the secret kept getting heavier and heavier. I started to imagine the secret as a big, dark cloud that followed me everywhere. It was there when I tried to eat, when I tried to play, even when I tried to smile. It felt like the cloud was taking over my whole life. I thought I would have to carry this cloud forever. But then something unexpected happened. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, a tiny spark of hope appeared, and that spark was about to change everything. One day there was a knock at our door. It was a lady called a social worker. She talked with my parents for a long time, and then she came to speak with me in my room. I was nervous, but she had a kind smile that made me feel a little better. She told me that the police had found out about something that happened to me online. She explained that a bad person had tricked me into sharing a private picture. I was so scared, but she told me I had nothing to worry about. It wasn't my fault. She asked me to explain what happened, and for the first time I felt like I could talk about it. As I started to speak, it felt like the heavy cloud was starting to lift a little. I cried as I told her everything. How I was scared to tell my parents because the bad person was threatening me. The social worker listened patiently, never interrupting, never judging. When I finished, she told me something amazing. She had already explained to my parents about online grooming. And you know what? My parents weren't angry at all. They just wanted to protect me. It was like my wish had come true. The social worker was like the genie I had been waiting for. From that day on, everything changed. I felt like I could breathe again. The heavy cloud that had been following me around started to disappear. My parents and I had long talks about internet safety and the importance of being careful online. They set up new rules for using the computer, but I didn't mind. I felt safer that way. I promised my parents I would never keep secrets like that again, no matter what anyone said. Slowly but surely, I started to feel like myself again. I could focus at school and play with my friends. The memory of what happened didn't disappear completely, but it didn't control my life anymore. Now, I want to tell all of you, if something like this ever happens to you, please tell a grown-up you trust. It might be scary, but there are people who can help. You don't have to carry that heavy secret alone. Remember, real friends, online or offline, will never ask you to do things that make you uncomfortable. Stay safe and don't be afraid to speak up. Your voice is powerful, and there are people ready to listen.